Hi everyone, my name is Emily, and today I'll be setting up my 2022 reading/media journal. This is my first time doing a reading journal, and I'm really excited to start using one. The silver owl design on the front of the journal gave me strong dark academia vibes, probably because of Harry Potter, let's be real. And so I decided to make my yearly spreads all dark academia themed. I used lots of craft paper as well as these stickers that really helped pull all the spreads together. And I will definitely link these stickers below so that the fabulous artists can get credit and you all can check them out. I'm also planning on using this as like a general media journal so I can keep track of and review TV shows, movies, music, and all other types of media. A lot of my yearly spreads are more geared toward reading, but I plan to write about more than just books in my monthly spreads. I probably won't do a reading journal video every month, but if you all enjoy this video, I'd be happy to do an update in a few months maybe, so definitely doing things like liking the video and commenting will let me know you want to see more in the future. So first I'm setting up a cover page and quote page. I had so much fun playing around with the different papers and stickers. It honestly kind of feels like doing a puzzle because you're moving things around and trying to find the best spot for everything. It's a lot of trial and error, but it's fun. I also have some pictures I printed out from unsplash.com that I'll be using throughout this setup. For the quote, I chose, "Reading gives us some place to go when we have to stay where we are." And I feel like, come on, how perfect is that after the last 2 years, am I right? With COVID very much still being a thing, I do feel like reading and even TV shows and movies provide a much needed sense of escape. Especially since I try not to travel too much, the only fun places I get to visit nowadays are places I read about. If you watch my normal bullet journaling videos, you already know that I'm obsessed with TV shows and movies. I love talking about them and analyzing what makes them good and learning all the behind the scenes facts about my favorite ones. So that's why I really wanted to combine my reading journal with like a general media journal, because I also want to write about the TV shows and movies I watch. I think it'll be such a fun thing to look back on a few years from now and read what I was watching and, what I thought about it. Next up is a spread I'm sure you've seen before if you enjoy reading journals, and that's the bookshelf. Something I kind of allowed myself to do with this reading journal setup that I don't normally do with my regular bullet journal is I didn't sketch out anything. I just winged it, which was very freeing. I'm continuously trying to let go of my perfectionist ways, even though I'm not always successful. Anyway, I just made up this bookshelf as I went along, and while it's definitely not perfect, I think it still turned out really cute. I also don't have a reading goal this year because last year my reading goal just made me stressy. I didn't end up reaching my goal last year, and it kind of took the fun out of reading for me, so no reading goal this year. I drew a random amount of books on the shelf, which just happened to be 20, so we'll see if I fill them all in, but if not, that's okay too. I also stuck some of the cute stickers on the shelves to give it that witchy, dark academia vibe, and I think it just turned out so stinking cute. I also made a color coding system on whether it's an ebook, physical book, audiobook, graphic novel, or comic series that I finish. On the other page, I'm creating a book bracket where you select your favorite book you read from each month and then narrow it down to your favorite book of the year. I honestly don't even know if some months I'll read more than one book since I'm trying to keep reading fun and stress-free. But I think it will be fun to fill this out at the end of the year regardless. I tore out this piece of craft paper, and whatever book is the winner, I'm going to print out a picture of the cover and paste it onto the craft paper. Next spread is another reading journal classic, which is my to be read spread, also known as a TBR, which is where you write down all the books you want to read eventually. Again, I'm just having fun with moving stuff around and finding what I think looks nice for the header area. Then I created a chart where I'll write down the title of the book, the date I actually finished reading it, and the rating I gave it. I usually do out of 5 stars, which I think is what most people do for their reading ratings. I didn't really know what else to keep track of here, so I just left it at those 3 things. Next to my TBR, I am creating a place to track the book or comic series I'm reading. So I'll write the title of the series and draw a box for the number of books, or I guess issues for comics in the series. And then every time I finish a book in that series, I'll fill in a box. I only have 2 series I'm in the middle of right now, which are Percy Jackson and his Dark Materials, because I never read them as a kid. I honestly didn't really get into reading much until I got to college, and I still didn't read a ton until probably the last few years I've gotten more into reading, but I definitely don't read as much as some other YouTubers who read like 100 books a year. That's just insane. Last year I read 12, which I felt like for past me, that is a good amount. Compared to other people, I know it's not, but you know what? We are also working on not trying to compare ourselves anymore, so. But I definitely want to have other series on this tracker that I've heard a lot about, like the Broken Earth series and the Red Rising saga, so I'm excited to check those out eventually too. The last spread I'll be setting up today is my things to check out, where I can write down any movies, TV shows, music, podcasts, or video games that I either get recommended by friends or that I've just been curious about and eventually want to check out. Again, since this is more than just my reading journal and I'll be keeping track of other media, I thought this would be a handy spread to have here. I'm happy with how this entire spread turns out, but one thing I regret is forgetting to use a ruler for the boxes. Since I used a ruler in all the other spreads, I feel like the boxes for this one just look especially messy. But this is just another way for me to practice letting go of that damn pesky perfectionism. Anyway, if y'all have any books, movies, TV shows, or anything really you'd like to recommend to me, let me know in the comments below. So that concludes my 2022 reading/media journal setup. Thank you so much for watching, and special thanks to anyone who has made it this far in the video. Y'all are the real MVPs. And if you want to be the MVP, VIP, BAE, all the acronyms, then be sure to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already to appease my fragile artist ego and the algorithm gods. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Remember to be kind to yourself and take care until next time.